Hello, my name is Jalisa JJ Muti, so Grand Views, everybody. Right now, I want to give you my top 9 X-Men films. I'm including the film Deadpool, I'm including the film X-Men Apocalypse, the two X-Men films that came out, and I'm going to rank them all from worst to best. And if you have not seen any of these films, spoiler alert, but if any, you can pause this video and have a list of the description in the description box from worst to best, so you know my opinion. But other than that, I'm going to spoil some shit. Alright, let's start off with the worst X-Men movie of all time. The worst origin story of all time, in my opinion. X-Men Origins Wolverine. Fucking hate this film. What can I say about this fucking film? What can I say? Terrible CGI. What they did to Deadpool. A terrible origin story. You know what? It's just dog shit. I don't want to go to deep conversation with this because everything's shit about this film. Everything is fucking shit. Hugh Jackman tries his best and I give it a 4 out of 10. There's some entertaining moments, but overall, what they did to Deadpool, what they did to Wolverine's origins, and how the ending, this is fucking atrocious. Never see this fucking film. Number 9. Okay, done with the crap one. We're done with the shittiest of the shittiest. Let's start off with the two most disappointing other ones. Let's go with number 8, and that is X-Men The Last Stand. I was never more disappointed in a superhero film than this movie. This crushed my dreams. They killed off fucking Cyclops. The leader of the fucking X-Men in the comics and the anime series, they killed him off. I was pissed off. I like James Marsden as Cyclops. Want to see what he could do in this film? Yeah, and Hugh Jackman's just the lead role in this film. It's just that. There is a cure for mutants, and everyone's split. Magneto wants... It creates the Brotherhood of Mutants to destroy the person with the cure. And then they introduce the Phoenix Saga with the cure storyline, and they do two storylines to bunch together. And overall, it trashes on the Phoenix storyline in the comic books, and even if it's a live TV version, it's okay. I don't hate this film as much as I used to back in the day, but I'm still very disappointed with this. And overall, the next film that I have higher than this film, it could go back and forth between these two, because this one was the most disappointing, and the other one had this very stupid plot, the next one. But X-Men The Last Stand, I don't hate it now. I'm okay with this film. It's a 7 out of 10. There are a lot of enjoyable moments you're going to like. Kelsey Grammer is beast. Fucking amazing. And overall, I did enjoy all the cast of what they could do, except they did the whole Rogue storyline. They did a triangle love story with Iceman, Shadowcat, and Rogue. They didn't really give Colossus much to do as a character as well. And Juggernaut. No. 8. Number 7, I don't have the movie yet. I've seen it in theaters. Is X-Men fucking Apocalypse. Basically, X-Men vs. Ivan Ooze. The Apocalypse, here's the thing. This is supposed to reinvent the X-Men franchise. This is supposed to bring the younger versions of Cyclops, Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Storm, bring them all on the screen, and they get so fucking little screen time. They do not develop none of these characters. They do a shit story with Apocalypse that he doesn't kill no X-Men at the end, even though he's fucking powerful. He looks like fucking Ivan Ooze, and I feel sorry for Oscar Isaac because he was actually doing a great job. As he's a great job as an actor, but what he was given with was shit. The Four Horsemen at the beginning of the film, during the ancient Egyptian time, had much more development. The Angel, Cyclops, Storm put together, and the most amount of development they get is under 5 minutes. In my fucking opinion. They get very little fucking screen time. Mystique, she is Jennifer Lawrence. She is the Mockingjay. She is Katniss Everdeen. That's what she is in this film. She's no Mystique. She is straight up good guy. I miss the badass Mystique from Days of Future Past so fucking much. But yeah. That X-Men Apocalypse is like number 7 on my list. I mean, 9 was fucking Origins. 8 Last Stand, 7 Apocalypse. Number 6, I know a lot of people are going to hate me for being this low, this movie, but let me just say this. Deadpool was fucking awesome. Here's the thing. If you want what you weren't going to get for Deadpool, you're going to get a lot of laughs, you're going to have a good time, rated R superhero film, and you enjoy the fuck out of it. Granted, what's the worst part about Deadpool? It's villain. The villain was, Deadpool could have killed this guy a lot quicker. The storyline, it was very predictable. I mean, it was really necessary. The storyline is just a straight up laugh, and it's a feel, fun, good time. I rated X-Men Last Stand a 7 out of 10. Apocalypse 7.2 out of 10. It goes back and forth between those two films. But Deadpool the movie, 8.5. It's a B plus film. It's just a feel good time. You're just gonna love Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. It's just fucking awesome, Deadpool. It's awesome. I got what I wanted, and it was a better fucking X-Men film than those three fucking atrocious pieces of shit. Okay. Calm. Number 5, I'm giving to X-Men. The first one, this was Bryan Singer's masterpiece at the beginning. I love the introduction of Wolverine. I love Hugh Jackman. I love all the cast members at the beginning of this film. I just loved the story of Rogues and Wolverine's storyline of how the introduction of the X-Men Mansion to Charles Xavier. I liked Sabretooth. I just freaking loved him. And I enjoyed Magneto's storyline, and Toad made an appearance, so I just thought it'd have Sabretooth and Toad and Mystique in the same thing movie, which still hasn't been fucking done 8 movies later, but still. We got this film. I enjoy it. Had a lot of good fun. I give it the same score as Deadpool, but I like this film a lot more just because I saw it first. If I saw Deadpool first, then I would have liked X-Men more. If I saw Deadpool first before X-Men, I would like Deadpool a lot more than X-Men if it was first. It just really comes down to nostalgia for me for those two films. Which one I love more and which one I saw first. Okay, now let's start off with number 4. And number 4 is our X-Men First Class. X-Men First Class is the origin story of Magneto. Magneto as a Nazi hunter, awesome. Beginning of Charles Xavier as James McAvoy, their friendship, how it blossoms into one of the greatest friendships of the comic book era, and how they are split between humans and mutants coexisting to mutant superiority. This is the origin story of Magneto, and basically the first class of X-Men to assemble to protect and save the world. I love this film. Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique, she's more like Raven, but this is her origin story in some cases, so I enjoyed this film. This X-Men First Class, this saved the X-Men franchise. It saved the X-Men franchise. There's no other way to say it. After X-Men 3, people were pissed off. Origins, oh god, people were ready to give them that on X-Men, but First Class saved it. And granted, I'm not a big fan of the picture or somewhat the special effects. I still love the film. It's an 8.8 out of 10. You know what? I'm going to give it a 9. A- film. Enjoy it. A 9 out of 10. Now, my third favorite, and I know this is going to be very controversial, but it's the Wolverine. I got the extended edition, the rated R version, whatever you want to call it, or the unrated version, and I just love the fucking Wolverine. Wolverine is going to have a hard time during this period. After the death of Jean Grey, he finds solitude in the forest. He's not sticking to humanity. He's just tired of living like any immortal being. And I just love his story in Japan. He has a good love story with Mariko. He's what is Wolverine? He's a protector. He's a samurai. He's a lone wolf. He is a protector. That's who Wolverine character is. And yeah, and we get so much backstory to his character, what he's been going through all this time. And the first half and the second half were fucking amazing. Great scenes, great action. Japan's never looked more beautiful. This movie did a great blend of introducing Japan society into the Fox's universe, and I just loved it. And the third act, yes, it was kind of lazy with the Silver Samurai shit, but overall, the Wolverine is just, to me, a great film. I loved it. This was a Wolverine film I wanted to see, and I got it. I doubt the Wolverine 3 is going to be better than this one, but the Wolverine with Hugh Jackman, when he went to Japan, I love it. 9.3, 9.2 out of 10. A- film, love it. My second favorite, I know this is going to be controversial as well, XMen Days of Future Past. I love this film. This changed everything. This has ramifications of everything. Here's the thing. Mutants are being hunted down. The mutants in the future are trying to go back to the past and change the future, because the future, they're getting killed off by Sentinels. Mutants, and everyone who stands by mutants or who has a mutant gene is being wiped out by the Sentinels, who has the ability to change their powers just like Mystique, because they use Mystique's bloodline in order to kill off the superheroes, the mutants of the society, and they're trying to save the future. And this is all about righting the wrongs of the past, righting the wrongs of everything, including, I was going to say Zack Snyder, but Bryan Singer's freaking atrocious shit pile of something, X-Men The Last Stand and Origins Wolverine. It erases the timeline, starts a new thing. Days of Future Past It started off beautifully. It ended up with great things. The first generation and the second generation meet up together in this film, and it was awesome. I loved it. 9.5 out of 10. Love the action scenes. Love every single thing nearly about this film. Nearly all about this film. I seen the road cut. I still prefer the Days of Future Past one. I do not like the road cut just because that's a debate for another time. But yeah, X-Men Days of Future Past. I just love this film a lot more. So yeah, number 2. And my ultimate favorite, X-Men 2 United. Always to this fucking day, this is the best X-Men film. Nightcrawler's introduction to invading the White House, the assault on the X-Men mansion, Wolverine versus Lady Deathstrike, Brian, I want to say Brian Cranston, but I think his name is Brian Cox, I believe his name is, and to have Stryker and origin of Wolverine, a hint of it, and the sacrifice of Jean Grey, and the possibility of the Phoenix Saga coming to the third film, left people wanting more, and the confrontation between the X-Men and the President of the United States was fucking amazing. I just love this film. It's a great superhero film. It's a great X-Men film. It's my ultimate favorite X-Men film. It's a 9.6 out of 10. Love X-Men 2 United. So yeah, everyone, that's my top 9 X-Men films. Subscribe if you like. Disagree down below. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion. Respect yours. Everyone named Jalise signing off from you. Everybody. Bye-bye.